How do you know it's the right person? I think the most important part. So when you look in the same direction, when you want the same things in life, when you think about important things in the same way, make sure that
Show your worth. Don't be afraid to advocate for yourself and also to your manager. Sit with your manager, create the career roadmap, right? Say what you want, because if you don't share that information, that nobody would know, right? Nobody would. And also try to find people that can support you throughout your career, right? Like, one thing is to find a mentor, someone who can.
Welcome to a new episode of Business Meets Life, live from Shanghai. We have some of the most powerful female leaders of Shanghai and China here with us. Russian Kate and Krystsina from Belarus. Welcome. How are you today?
thank you. I'm doing well.
Thank you so much, Janine, for inviting us to this amazing podcast. I'm doing great. How about you?
Very good. Thank you. Kate and Krystsina have recently started the Russian Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Business in Shanghai, next to actually having like full time jobs or being entrepreneurs. Please let us know a little bit more of who you are. Who would like to start?
Hi, I'll start. Hi, I'm Kate. I'm a head of marketing in Highcom Asia. I'm also president of Russian Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Business in Shanghai. I am a lecturer in EM Lyon Business School and SK Business School here in Shanghai campuses as well. And I'm a mom of two.
Love it, Krystsina.
Hi, everyone. My name is Krystsina. I come from Belarus. I have been living and working in China for the past 12 years. I work for the amazing HR consultancy, Fesco Deco. I'm consulting foreign and Chinese businesses on HR strategies in China and overseas. I'm also the lecturer of HR module in Business School of Moscow State University. And I am the co-founder of Russian Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Business in Shanghai, along with my wonderful partner, Kate.
Wow, we have two amazingly successful and powerful ladies here with us. Stay tuned for more now. So, what made you start this new project here in Shanghai recently?
Thank you, Janine. Well, first of all, we have seen the need from the companies that are located in China, in Shanghai especially. Um, as you know, there are many chambers of commerce that represent other countries, such as German, French, Italian, what have you.
Yeah.
But there is no Russian Chamber of Commerce that is active and that fulfills the role of bringing the information, gathering people, supporting people, doing events, enriching our business lives. So we were thinking that that shall be done. I met just randomly and one of the employees of Russian consulate in Shanghai, and I asked, like, is there such a thing? And they said, sadly, no, but that is a thing that is not necessarily is created by a country or provided by a country, by the authorities. In an example of Benelux, for example, or the British, it's just people starting it. And I thought that, okay, so maybe someone should do it. I have waited a year. Then I thought maybe I, with someone very amazing and strong like Krystsina, shall actually go for it. And now that's what we are doing.
This is impressive. I would have never guessed that this isn't existing here in China yet, especially because China, Russia have very good relationships as well. Now, Krystsina, can you share a couple of numbers with us? Or talk a bit more also about like the trends when it comes to Russia, China?
Yes, definitely. Basically, there are so many Russian businesses that are coming to China, right? And China is a very attractive market, I mean, for any foreign enterprise. If we talk about the results for 2024, we could see that there were approximately 30 to 35,000 of foreign invested enterprises created in China. Yeah, this is like incredible, amazing numbers. And because China welcomes foreign investment, especially if we talk about high tech industry, biotech, AI, semiconductor industry, and so on, so on. And they created multiple policies, subsidies, tax benefits, to decrease the uh, weight for the certain foreign enterprises. And I still believe that China is a very attractive market.
Wow, this is impressive. I mean, recently I've definitely seen, I've also met more like Russian speaking entrepreneurs. I've seen a lot of like factories now being moved from Russia to China. Who are your typical members in the chamber?
Well, we have different members from large enterprises, maybe countries biggest, including Russia and China. We have members from both countries.
Right.
Even more, like any Russian speaking or just a company that wants to do business in Russia or China can be our member. So yeah, we have large businesses, middle businesses, SMEs as well. We just recently got the membership for this small enterprise that registers Russian or other businesses here. There are only 6 people, I believe, or like a small team. So there's like a startup. So that's all. Chamber is open for everyone.
Nice. And I mean, you've launched last year, you've already had a couple of super successful events, easily 60, 70 people coming. That is impressive. Tell us a little bit about what you have upcoming for members or anybody outside. Any exciting projects or so?
Yes, we would like to share the news that we have created a lot of partnerships, collaborations. To name a few, it's the business school of the Moscow State University back in Russia, since it provides executive training and executive education to the Russian businesses that are planning to come to China and set up in China. And it just been done like basically last week, and we have news that are going to be released on official platforms such as WeChat, Telegram, and
Our website.
website as well. Yeah. And as well, we have created some partnership with the local administration of Shanghai districts, such as Catin, Hongkou, Jinan. We have also received support from Sapiens Pro. This is a company that is created by a very successful Shanghainese entrepreneur, and he has been operating this company for many years and also supporting recently a lot of Russian businesses that are coming to China to set up. Yeah, and locally back in Russia, we also have our own division of the Russian Chinese Chamber of Commerce. Yes, that is representing us
In Moscow.
And in Moscow, and we have the local partner that is working on site in Russia and also supporting us on the premises there.
So, guys, you can already see why I actually wanted to have Kate and Krystsina here on this podcast. So, I believe that Kate and Krystsina, like, they have full-time jobs, right? Kate is even an entrepreneur, and Krystsina is a very successfully running or as a manager in a Fortune 500 HR consulting company, Khviasenia. Next to this, there are moms. They have tons of like activities, things going on, and I've really been wondering like how can I manage all of these kind of things. And although the chamber has just been started last year, so much is already going on, and you've given so much value to the first members and future to be members. Now let's talk a little bit about like you have a digital marketing agency, HiCom, here in China for a long time, and what makes you so successful? Because I also know you have 2 kids, and you are also like giving lectures at business schools, both of you as well. What makes you so successful, and how can you manage all of these things?
Well, HiCom is not a very big company. So first of all, we are choosing our projects, and we are 10 people in Shanghai. Let's say that prioritizing is one thing. We are choosing who to work with, what projects we will take, and so on and so on. So we're not overwhelmed, extremely overwhelmed. But I think the key point here is successful partnership. And by this, I mean in a personal life. Like my husband is amazing. We have a very strong partnership here at work because HiCom is translation and digital marketing company. So he is working with this translation part. I work with the digital marketing part. But at home, we also have very strong partnership, great communication. We split work. He's an amazing cook, so he always cooks. And I'm doing other things like taking care of children at night and so on and so on. But so anyway, I think being with the right partner is one of the key points.
Great advice. So, Krystsina, you at the same time, I've known you for so many years now, and it's just been so exciting to see how you are growing, how you are a senior manager, empowering your colleagues. You have even like gotten a coaching certification. You're giving like career coaching and coaching on the side, and you're empowering people, and you are using tons of different languages in your daily life, in your at Fesco, at Deco at the same time. What do you think makes you successful?
I believe the right habits keep me going. I like to wake up early. I like to start my day early. The first thing that I do in the morning is that I take my dog outside. We go for a walk. We get the first sunshine, and then I try to read, in the morning, and in general, I would say that I'm a very big reader. I read a lot, at least 2 books per week. I try to keep on learning always, take extra courses, and seeing where I have gaps and which gaps I need to fill in. Also, I have very supportive environment at work. Working in Fesco Deco, I would say that it's not easy because the amount of projects that we receive, right, and responsibility is very high because we work with some of the best companies in the world, Fortune 500 companies, globally and also in China. But if you have the right team, if you created the right culture within your team, you have a very good synergy, then everything is possible. And at home, I would say that I couldn't make it without my partner, without my husband, and he has been so supportive, and he has always gone extra mile for me, and he would always cheer me up, and we will also split responsibilities. He will step in whenever I need it most, and also I will do the same for him, So it's very important, to have a very supportive partner. I think it goes for both, for men and women.
And I mean, both of these ladies, I've known their husbands for a while as well, and it's been amazing to see for how many years you've been together, how each one of you has grown individually, but also together. I'm wondering, I mean, like your husbands are also from completely different cultures, right?
True.
Yeah.
Do you think you could have been as successful as you are now without having had this life partner?
Oh, difficult to say. Probably not.
I think that I can tell about myself that we complement each other, in every possible way. It's like you have so much support, and when you go home, you're always happy because you know that your partner is there, waiting for you, or he is like Diego. He likes to meet me after work, and
Right.
I think that it's yeah. I think if I didn't have such a person by my side, like a soulmate, maybe I would be successful, but it wouldn't be easy for me, to get to the things and to get to do the things that I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So in Shanghai, we can constantly see, or in China, actually in the world, that so many people nowadays are single. They're well educated. They're amazing people, but they have challenges at finding the right partner. But at the same time, also like the young generation of women, they want to be successful, powerful leaders like you two women, but at the same time have a successful relationship. What would be some advice that you would give them that they can also like get what you are having basically? Or how do you find the right person, or how do you know this is the right person that you would need for your growth?
Answering to your second question, which I like more, how do you know it's the right person? I think the core values are the most important part. So when you look in the same direction, when you want the same things in life, when you think about important things in the same way, like is education matter, does religion matter, what are the things that you want your children to have, what type of person do you want to be in 10, 20, 30 years, what is most important for you. All these things are crucial, and with this really, really high divorce rate of almost half of the people getting divorced, right? I think those are the gaps that couples have when they rush into things without really realizing that the core values are not the same. That would be like one of the first advices that I would give. Make sure that you know the person and you are aligned in what you want in life.
So we got to ask a lot of the right questions to really get to know the person.
Yeah,
and don't rush, right?
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask this, like maybe hard questions or boring questions. I don't know what would younger people think now, but yeah, you have to know who you are with, right?
Yeah, Krystsina?
I think the same goes for me. I was going to say that start by asking the questions, like what the person wants in life, where he or she is heading, see if you share the common vision, if you have some common goals. This is a good already background to start a relationship, and a healthy relationship. And also like have expectations not only for your partner, have expectations for yourself, like, and also have vulnerability and humbleness to admit that sometimes like in the relationship you're not the only one that is like maybe doing something not right, like don't put all the responsibility on your partner, right? Try to discuss, to communicate no matter what happens, right? Yeah, I think this is very important. And yeah, and also like at any relationship it's also important to have some opportunity maybe to live together, to see how comfortable you are, because one thing is dating outside when you meet with the person outside, and another thing is when you start living with the person, right?
Yeah,
it's totally
absolutely
different.
Yeah. So communication is another important part. We've heard several times here, and I always love seeing how you and your husband Diego, you have these like healthy routines together. You get up early together. You meditate together. It's really wonderful to see. So you two are very successful female leaders. And again, you come from Russia, from Belarus. You're here in China, and if we look at like all the different challenges that you have had, and feel free to name some of them, what would also be your advice for other females if they want to be successful leaders? And it doesn't matter whether it's in China or somewhere else in the world, because women still do have a lot of struggles.
All right. So if given that women are in leadership position, I would say that you need, again, communication is a big part of it. We have seen some cases where people would run away from the project or say something like, oh my God, this is so difficult. I can't really understand why people don't do that at the factory. And then we realized that they don't even know like that there is a problem. They don't even know the instructions. So communication is very, very important. I feel that some people are still overlooking it, even though I think women are better at communication than men. I guess men would be more seen, maybe not, of course, not every man, but a lot of men more seen for the effectiveness, quick and strong leadership, and women are pursued more as a more nurturing, more communicative. They listen more. They really go into the details, etc. So I feel that if one advice I would give is, just concentrate on communicating, knowing what's going on in your team, and making sure everyone understands. Because if you're working in a multilingual, multinational team, you need to know that not everyone pursue information in the same way. You need to know that some of the colleagues might need, I don't know, double checking, following up. Some others might hate that, and you need to have some sort of different approach to managing. So then I guess knowing how to manage different teams, that would be also beneficial.
Which goes back to, guys, you could check out Daniel Goleman's 6 different leadership styles, or also the situational leadership style. As you just mentioned, different people, different situations, also know about the different cultures, right? Yeah, what would be your advice, and what have been some of your struggles?
I think that I would approach this question from 2 sides, because first of all, it's very hard for women to get to leadership positions, let's say like that, not only in China, but across the world. And the piece of advice that I would like to give is show your worth. Don't be afraid to advocate for yourself, and also communicate your goals to your manager. Sit with your manager, create the career roadmap, right? Say what you want, because if you don't share that information, that nobody would know, right? Nobody would care, right? And also try to find people that can support you throughout your career, right? Like one thing is to find a mentor, someone who can walk you through the organization, explain how the things work, what is the dynamics of this particular team. But another thing is finding a sponsor, the one can actually help you to elevate your career, right, and bring you to the next level. And for the women that are already in the leadership position, right, because right now the world is becoming more and more globalized. We see that the teams are distributed all across the globe, and sometimes you have to manage not only the team that is sitting in China, but also in Europe, in US, in Latin America, in Africa. And as Kate mentioned, intercultural communication, cross communication skills is very important. And I couldn't think about the book of Erin Meyer, right? Right, a great
The culture
book.
map?
The culture map. Like this is a great example, right? And how people can tap more into managing cross culture and get very valuable tips, And I would recommend to anyone that is like tapping into a new opportunity, managing globally, go and read through this book.
Now, like you, I came from a Fortune 500 company, worked with HP back in the past, and I feel like they had given me a coach, a sales coach at that time, and also basically a mentor, because I got a senior position when I was a junior. This was super, super helpful. Also, the trust of my manager, and that they threw me in the cold water. That's how I was able to grow very fast. However, back then, I never knew about the idea of what does a sponsor mean. And I remember you and we had lunch about a year ago, and you were also saying that, oh yeah, now I'm looking for a new sponsor. Can you explain to our listeners, because you are also like a coach, you're an entrepreneur, you are a leader, but what is the difference between coaching and having a mentor, and especially what exactly does sponsor mean? You just quickly mentioned it, but I feel like people don't know how to get that sponsor, or to
Why?
why, or why, like why is it so powerful, or
What is it?
So sponsor is someone very senior in the career, in the organization, that has lots of experience, he or she, right? And that person, you try to identify who is that person for you, right? This is the person that can easily bring you to the next level. Of course, you need to show your value, you need to show your worth first, right? And this is the person that can also advocate for you whenever like there is an opportunity within the organization to level up. right? For example, you're a specialist level, but there is a manager opening position, and that person, someone like AVP or junior manager would immediately think about you, think that, oh, she might be a great fit, right, for this role, and already know her capabilities and her skills. And the difference with the coach, I believe this is the person that can help you gain clarity on the certain career goals. If you're talking about career, can also provide you with some tools how to manage your career better, or also identify potential gaps and help you fill those gaps, right? For example, remember when we were having like career sessions with you, like back like 3 years ago, right? You really helped me a lot to gain clarity, understand where I'm heading, right? Because sometimes like we cannot have this dialogue with ourselves, right? We need another person to have this conversation with us, right? To get those things out of our minds, right? Yeah. And mentor, as I said, this is the person, like for example, normally some large organization they would assign that person, especially if you're new in the organization, to help you navigate through the environment, help you meet the colleagues and explain some processes. But this is not the person that can actually help you level up. You need the sponsor.
Yeah. And I'm so happy to see that actually both of you are also like giving lectures at business schools next to being entrepreneurs and having full-time jobs and all these other things that you are doing. This is really great. Who are your role models? Who are your coaches, your mentors that get you, that help you up level?
I think it's more a question for Krystsina. You go first.
I have a lot of people that I'm looking up to within my organization, outside of my organization. But I believe my biggest inspiration in life is my parents, is my family. I know that
not the Jack Ma's and
Not
the
really.
Michelle Obama.
Not really. No, because those are the people that believe in me. First of all, they didn't cut my wings. They let me fly out of my country, right? And to set up my living somewhere else in China, right? In Shanghai. And they encourage me on everyday basis. They're the best listeners and the best advices that I have, like no matter what kind of situation I'm handling, tackling in my life, I could always go back to them and share, and they're very supportive, very encouraging, and I'm very happy to have such great parents. I wouldn't be afraid of this word great because they're really great.
Beautiful. Kate.
Well, now I can't say anything else. I have to mention my parents as well. Yeah, I mean, we are in a very similar situation, I guess. We both came to China as students, and I mean, we didn't come together, but my parents were also very supportive. They looked into the future, let's say, because then China was not as attractive. It was back in 2005, so it's been 20 years this year that I'm here.
Wow, you're still so young. Oh my gosh, I can't believe.
Thank you. I'm not young, but I guess that would be those people, my parents. That would be the people that I have to thank for where I am. One of, right. I was lucky enough to work with some of the amazing people professionally as well. My first job in Shanghai, I had this amazing team, amazing boss, who is the United States citizen, but Turkish by origin. He was a big inspiration in my life and big mentor. I think without him, I wouldn't be the leader as well that I am today. And we are still in touch. We're still learning. We're like family friends now. And there are a lot of truly amazing people. The question is, like, how much time do we have to talk about them, right?
Yeah.
So but due to limited time, I guess I would just mention the two.
Yeah. And again, I gotta tell you guys, because I've known these ladies for a couple of years now, I can see how they've grown, how successful they are. And whether you guys think, oh, I don't have parents who are supporting me, I don't have a supportive environment, or whatever like excuses you have or come up with that you cannot be successful, no matter in which part of your life or in your career you are, it doesn't matter. Still believe in yourself, you can make it. And also beyond this, go get yourself a coach, get yourself a mentor. I fly all around the world. Like my coach in Bali 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, I was saying, oh, Janine, you got to do something in Dubai. So beginning of May, now I built up some things in Dubai. I'm going to tackle Dubai for the first time, right? So this is why we really need to invest in ourselves to get to the next level. But I'm so happy to see that you have the right people in your life, and you have also found the right man on your side who is also empowering and supporting you. Now, next question. How many languages do you speak?
4.
Which ones?
Russian, English, Chinese, French.
Amazing. And some Italian, I've heard. Krystsina, what about you? And I know for sure that Krystsina is switching between languages 50 times a day.
Yes, normally I use 3 languages. In my work life, I use Chinese, English, and Russian. But also in my private life, I use Spanish because my husband is from Latin America, and also I learned some Italian as well.
And recently you've been learning Japanese, right?
Yeah, I have been learning some Japanese as well, to give myself an extra kick, and also to keep on learning, keep on growing.
How many foreigners are still left in your Fortune 500 company at Khviasenia here in China?
I believe we are 3 people right now.
Okay, out of a huge organization, which is not much, but barely anybody nowadays can speak as fluent Chinese as you do. So we can definitely say with your husband is French, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you speak a lot of languages that enables you to be successful, because I have a Russian mother, but unfortunately I didn't learn much Russian when I was young. So otherwise I probably could have been with you guys now in this wonderful adventure of the Russian-Chinese Chamber. Who knows? Languages enable. Yeah. We all know this. So what would be your advice for anybody out there? And it doesn't matter, guys, which age you are, young or more mature. It's never too late to learn another language, right? So what's your advice on how they can really leverage languages or learn languages to enhance their business success?
Well, learning a new skill and language is not different. It's persistency. You just need to make time for it. You need to just get it into your routine, basically. And of course, you have to have access to the classes or apps or whatever how you chose to learn it. But yeah, you're right. It's never too late. I have a friend whose grandmother started to learn French at the age of 80, and she was speaking French for 20 years. She died at 101. Gosh. Yeah, 21 years. So that was her long life dream, to speak French. And she's done it. She was in a retirement home. And they had classes, and she just joined, and she was really successful. That was one of my inspiration when I'm learning. I'm still a student. I'm intermediate. She's the big inspiration.
She's too humble. You can see these ladies are too humble.
So I'm always thinking of her when I go to class.
I love it. Yeah, I used to have a B2 level in French back, or even C1 back in university.
Yeah. So that's advanced.
But now it decreased a little bit. I gotta practice more. Now, you also have 2 children, Kate, and I've been wondering, do you have some parenting advice on how to be successful? Again, you've already shared a few things. Now, the first question would be, which languages did you teach your children?
I'm like your mother. Of course, I'm failing to teach my older daughter Russian. She speaks great English, Chinese. She's picking up greatly in French. But this May I'm taking her back to Russia so she can be fully exposed. COVID didn't help, of course. My initial plan was that every 3-4 months a year we would just go back, but she was locked in we were all locked here in China for the first basically 3 years of her life. And that is the crucial time when you actually become native. Of course, I would speak to her, but then she also would have a Chinese AE, English school, kindergarten, French father. So the time we got with her, each of us, is limited. And your ability of speaking, of learning is equals the time that you spend in the environment. And we didn't really have many Russian families, Russian kids around us, only a few that we don't really meet every day either. So that really did put an effect on the child. So since she is in a fully English Chinese environment right now, that's her strongest languages. But yeah, we're working on that.
Impressive, these expat and third culture kids nowadays. By the way, don't you get annoyed by your husband seeing him during the day at work, seeing him at home? Like, how is this working out? By the way, shout out to Stefan. I really like him a lot. He's taking behind the scenes pictures and videos. He is so supportive, amazing.
Well, it is challenging. I mean, you have to remember that you have to leave work at work, and at home you have to switch, which is not easy for me. I'm a very passionate person, and I don't like unresolved issues, things, and so on. Guys are different. They're like, okay, so this is an issue. Okay, we were gonna put a pin on it and then revisit it tomorrow, and I can't sleep, so after visit at dinner. So no, it's challenging, but that is the path we chose, and we are working, we are trying to find different techniques and ways to exist and be happy together. Yeah, we do different things. Oh, definitely, yeah, we don't always speak about work. We have date nights. We have, I don't know, some time apart is very, very important. Like he has his hobbies, which I don't even want to show my face. Like he plays, I don't know, some board games, cards, whatever, like as a hobby. And I don't even want to interfere or say anything. And I have my own stuff as well. So that's very important to keep, sanity. Yeah, you have to be your own person. You have to be a family person. You have to be a business person, right? And you have to be a student as well, and et cetera, et cetera. So nowadays, the bar is raising up and up and up, right?
Yeah.
I remember back in now if you ask my mom, for example, she's just like a housewife and mom. That's it. And for us, it's a different time, right? So yeah.
And what gives you your energy back? How do you spend your me time, or what hobbies would you have out of the probably limited time that is still left?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It could be anything. Like if I need to recharge, I like. I mean, living with two little children, they're 3 and 5. You need the quiet time. So even to go, I don't know, to spend time at the massage or some self-care, spa, whatever, that is like very girly, I know, but yeah, I enjoy that. Do some workout, maybe some stretching, or I used to go to F45 a lot before. Now we just go, actually, again with my husband together, we go to gym. So gym doesn't count. Okay. We have some common hobbies, yes. But yeah, you just need to find something that is, that works for you. I didn't try. I mean, I believe in meditation, but it's really hard for me to just sit still. So I would consider meditation as something like, I don't know, baking something, mixing something, like being busy with your hands while your mind is actually just empty. That works for me.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, anything you want to add on top to here? I mean, your husband is also highly successful, and you also have further side projects and managing teams here and there, basically. So, what's your me time, and how do you recharge? Next to, I know you're already reading a lot, which is impressive. Every successful leader reads a lot. Lifelong learning. We could definitely see that with her and many others on the podcast earlier.
Yeah, basically me, like Kate, something similar. I try to go to the spa, to get massage, to do my nails, all this girly stuff, because all of us need it, Like we cannot deny that, right? Janine, you too,
I've also learned that from you. You told me about the hair and what you do for your hair. I never thought about this until you told me.
I mean, yeah, that's important, right? And also I try to go to the walk, I meet my friends, like I bake a lot, I like to try new recipes every weekend, so basically, like Kate says, sometimes you need to get your mind out of work stuff or business stuff or family stuff and do something else. Exercising, now,
Soccer, right?
I used to play soccer. Yeah, we had a very great team, and but then because people moved to different countries, so even like different parts of China, like we are no longer playing. But I had to find a way to recharge, and I mean mentally, and doing exercising helps. Kickboxing, yoga, high intensity exercises. What we do, like with my husband, we use Apple Watch, and there is a great app you can download, and then you can follow the instructor, and then do exercising. And it's very important, even if you do like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, it's better than doing nothing. Trust me, it's good for your body, it's good to feel better, to release all the stress, all the pressure. All of us have it, especially the people that are living in big cities, right? Yeah, so basically those are the things that we're doing.
Love it. We're slowly coming to end. I have two more questions for you. Number one, what would be your personal, the Kate and the Krystsina definition on happiness as well as success?
Interesting.
Of course, there's no right or wrong answer, and everybody has a different opinion on this. I mean, here in China nowadays, I still hear a lot on like, oh, happiness is if you have a lot of money, right? And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, right?
Yeah.
So, what would be your definition?
Well, for me, well, for me, the balance, the balance of everything. I think like living in China and Asia, maybe that's what created my personality, my character. Since I'm here since teenager basically, but I truly believe that the balance in between your personal life, your work life, your passion, especially if you can combine at least the two. For example, you love your work, you love what you do, and then you have a great family. I mean, what else can you need, right? I mean, after that, nothing can beat that, because your emotional well-being would be totally satisfied, like totally out there. You would leave not for the car that you have, not for the house that you have, but you would live for what you love. So I guess the answer is love what you do, live for what you love. That would be the success and the happiness recipe from me.
Wow, I love it, Krystsina.
Yeah, I love how you combine both. Yeah, that's very
Yes.
nice. Yeah. So me, I would like to share something personal. Last year, I lost a very important person in my family. My grandma, she passed away at the age of 97. And so for me, all the definition of success and happiness somehow transformed into a different thing, because yes, you can have a great career. Uh, you can have a great business that you're building, so on, so on. But still, for me, happiness is when my family is well. Everyone is healthy, everyone is with me, and when I have more opportunities to meet with them, spend more time together. Like last year, we had this big family trip where my family, my husband's family gathered together in Dubai, and we had amazing time, like basically 12 people together, it was amazing. So those moments, I think they create happiness in life, small moments sometimes that you don't notice, like, and sometimes people take them for granted, but those things, they bring you most of the happiness,
I'm about to cry. That's just beautiful. I also have memories coming up now. Good
Yes.
inspiration.
And success, I mean, it can be anything. Whatever you feel is success for you, like it doesn't have to be like something that everyone is telling on their social media. You have to be the executive. You have to have like the certain amount of income, salary, houses, cars. No, like identify what is success for you, what makes you feel good, inspired, what makes you want to wake up in the morning and keep on going, like to work. Or, for example, it can be a company or it can be your own business, right? Whatever fulfills you, whatever.
Or your children even.
Yeah, your children, right?
Mm.
Like for everyone, like these successful.
Or your pets.
Yeah,
or
all
your
but
pets,
it
or
could be whatever. Yeah.
or for example, you are like kid, you're a mom, you have kids, and you maintain this household, and at this time you decided to take some time off work, and it's totally fine. Nobody should tell you what you're supposed to do and how your success should look like. Like, you need to identify what is it for you.
Wow, love it. Actually, I'm going to add another question in here because both of you are amazing leaders, but also you're serial entrepreneurs. Who should reach out to you? Because you do different kind of things. Like, who would you like to get in contact with?
Well, for us, if you talk about HighCom, we are helping foreign brands, companies to set up in China, not set up, but to get the strategy right, to start the communication, to test the market, to set up your first stores or work with influencers. Or even just translate your documents, basically, from my husband's side. That is one type of people that I would like to hear from. Then, of course, people who are doing business with Russia and China and just need some guidance or even just community who want to meet more people that doing the same things, similar things, or just to get some information. That is also the type of people that I hope will find me.
Krystsina, what about you and also your husband? Because you also do a lot.
I mean, anyone that would like to learn more about life in China, and anyone wants to build career in China can also reach out to me for tips. I would be happy to help out. And as far as go for businesses, corporate companies, if you feel like you need to work on your HR strategy in China, like you have some things, gaps to fill in, please reach out, and I would be happy to advise you further, on how to do that. And I also would like to hear from people that would like to support me and Kate with our wonderful initiative of Russian Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Business in Shanghai, because we are very inclusive. We welcome not only Russian and Chinese companies, but any company that feels that can get some support from us.
Well, I look forward to becoming one of your next members for sure. What's the last advice you would like to give to our audience? And we have people from Asia, from the East, from the West, executives to students. Any last words to them?
Come to China. It's fun.
Fun and hard work.
It's hard work, but I mean, most of the people I meet here, they say something like, "Oh well, I came to China because my friends live here, so I had this 2 weeks planned, and here I am. It's my 6th year."
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people not knowing nothing about the country come here, fall in love, and stay here. And I would definitely recommend to at least come and see how the country is. It is very controversial in terms of what people know about it. So make sure to learn for yourself.
Love it. Krystsina, your last words to our amazing audience out there?
I think like I would like to encourage anyone that is thinking whether to take a new job, to pivot into something new, to start a business, go and do it, like don't wait too long, just start doing that. And then by doing it, by starting, you will learn on the way how to do that.
So, sharing is caring. If you love today's session, please send it to your friends, to your colleagues, spread it on your social media, and also start subscribing and following us. And if you feel like those are the ladies you want to get in contact, please also start following them. Have a great day, guys, no matter where you are in the world. See you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.